Hold on to your seats because what just happened in October is sending shockwaves through millions of households right now. If you're receiving Social Security or SSI benefits, the news that just dropped could mean extra money landing in your account when you least expected it. And honestly, when I first heard about this, I had to double-check the information because it seemed almost too good to be true. But here we are, and this is absolutely real. Before we dive into the details that everyone's talking about, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button right now and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any updates about your benefits. These announcements happen fast, and you need to stay informed about every dollar that could be coming your way. Trust me, you'll want to be the first to know when these changes roll out. So, what exactly happened that has everyone buzzing? Let me walk you through this because the timing, the amounts, and the way this is all unfolding is genuinely surprising even seasoned benefits experts. October has turned into one of those months that people will remember when they look back at their financial year, and if you're not paying attention right now, you might miss out on understanding exactly what you're entitled to. The Social Security Administration just made an announcement that's affecting payment schedules in a way that millions of recipients didn't see coming. Now, you might be wondering, what does this actually mean for your bank account? Here's where it gets interesting. Due to the way the calendar falls this year, there's a situation developing where some recipients are actually going to see what looks like an extra payment hitting their accounts. And no, this isn't a mistake or a glitch in the system. This is completely legitimate, and here's why it's happening. When we look at how Social Security and SSI payments are structured, they follow a very specific schedule throughout the year. SSI payments, for instance, always go out on the first of the month. But here's where the calendar throws us a curveball that actually works in some people's favor. When the first of the month lands on a weekend or a federal holiday, the payment gets issued on the last business day before that date. This means that occasionally, depending on how the calendar lines up, recipients can see two payments arrive in a single month while another month appears to have no payment at all. Are you starting to see where this is going? October is one of those special months where the alignment of dates creates this scenario. Some SSI recipients are finding that they received their regular October payment at the end of September, and now they're also getting their November payment at the end of October. If you check your bank account and see what looks like two payments in October, you're not imagining things. This is exactly what's supposed to happen, and it's a quirk of the payment system that actually gives people a little breathing room financially. But wait, there's more to this story than just the calendar playing tricks with payment dates. Let me ask you something. Have you been keeping track of the annual cost of living adjustment announcements? Because that's the other piece of this puzzle that's getting everyone excited. Every year, the Social Security Administration evaluates the cost of living and determines whether benefit amounts need to increase to keep pace with inflation. And the announcement for the upcoming year's COA has just been revealed, and it's significant enough that people are already calculating what their new benefit amounts will be. The COLA increase is designed to help beneficiaries maintain their purchasing power as prices for everyday goods and services change. When you're living on a fixed income, even a modest increase can make a real difference in your monthly budget. It affects everything from how much you can spend on groceries to whether you can afford those prescription medications without stress. The percentage increase that was just announced is going to be applied to benefit amounts starting in January, which means that while October brings this payment timing surprise, the new year is going to bring permanently higher monthly benefits. Now, let's talk about what this means in real dollars, because percentages are nice, but actual money is what pays the bills. For the average Social Security retirement beneficiary, we're talking about a meaningful increase in the monthly check. If you're receiving SSI, you're also going to see your payment amount go up. The exact amount varies depending on what you're currently receiving, but across the board, millions of people are going to have more money in their pockets come January. And when you combine that with the October payment schedule situation, some people are experiencing a genuine financial boost right when they need it most. Can you imagine the relief this brings to families who have been struggling with rising costs all year? We've all felt the pinch at the grocery store, at the gas pump, and on our utility bills. For people on fixed incomes, those increases have been even harder to absorb. So when the government acknowledges this through the COLA increase, and when the payment schedule works out to provide what feels like a bonus month, it's not just about the numbers. It's about people being able to breathe a little easier. Here's something else you need to understand about this situation. Not everyone gets their Social Security payments on the same day. Retirement and disability benefits are distributed based on your birth date, with payments going out on the second, third, or fourth Wednesday of the month. This staggered schedule means that different groups of people are experiencing different timing for these adjustments. If your payment day hasn't arrived yet this month, you're still going to see your scheduled amount come through. The key is knowing your personal payment schedule and understanding when to expect your deposits. What questions should you be asking yourself right now? First, do you know exactly when your benefits are scheduled to arrive? Second, have you confirmed that your direct deposit information is up to date so there are no delays? Third, are you aware of what your new benefit amount will be once the COLA kicks in? These aren't just casual questions. These are the things that determine whether you're fully prepared to manage your finances effectively over the coming months. Let's dig deeper into the SSI side of this announcement because it's affecting some of the most vulnerable beneficiaries in a particularly interesting way. SSI recipients often face unique challenges because the program serves individuals with limited income and resources. When payment schedules shift due to weekends and holidays, it can create confusion. Some people worry they've been overpaid and will have to pay money back, while others fear they've somehow lost a payment. Understanding that these calendar adjustments are normal and expected can prevent a lot of unnecessary stress and anxiety. The Social Security Administration has systems in place to handle all of this automatically. You don't need to call them, you don't need to file any special paperwork, and you don't need to worry that you're getting something you shouldn't. If two payments show up in your account in October, they're both yours to keep. One is your October benefit that came early, and one is your November benefit that's also coming early. This means that in November, you won't see a payment because you've already received it. Planning ahead for that gap is important, so you're not caught off guard. The bigger picture here is about financial literacy and understanding how your benefits work. Too many people receive these payments without fully grasping the system behind them. When something unexpected happens, like an extra payment appearing, it can create panic or confusion. But when you understand the mechanics of the payment schedule and the reasons behind timing changes, you're empowered to manage your money better. You can plan for that month when no payment arrives because you already know it came early. You can budget more effectively when you know exactly how much your COLA increase will be. What does all of this mean for your immediate financial situation? If you received both payments in October, consider this an opportunity to get ahead on bills, stock up on necessities, or build a small emergency cushion if you don't have one already. The temptation might be to view it as extra money to splurge, but remember that November will come without a payment, so planning is essential. This is actually a chance to practice better money management and set yourself up for success. Looking ahead to January and the COLA increase, now is the time to start thinking about how you'll use that additional money each month. Will it go toward medical expenses that you've been putting off? Can it help you afford better nutrition? Maybe it will simply ease the stress of making ends meet every month. Whatever your situation, having a plan for that increase means you'll maximize its benefit rather than just watching it disappear without making a real impact on your life. The October surprise we're talking about today is really a combination of two factors working together. The payment schedule quirk gives some people a temporary boost right now, while the COLA announcement promises a permanent increase starting in just a few months. Together, these represent the kind of positive news that beneficiaries don't hear often enough. It's a reminder that the system, despite its complexities and frustrations, does have mechanisms built in to try to keep pace with economic realities. As we wrap up, I want you to remember that staying informed is your best tool for maximizing your benefits. Changes to Social Security and SSI happen regularly, and knowing what's coming allows you to adapt and plan accordingly. This October announcement is just one example of why you need reliable sources of information that break down these complex topics into plain English that actually makes sense. That's exactly what we do here, and that's why I need you to subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment below letting me know how this October situation is affecting you personally. Are you seeing two payments? Are you excited about the COLA increase? Let's keep this conversation going because your experiences help other people understand they're not alone in navigating this system. Until next time, stay informed, stay empowered, and make the most of every benefit you've earned.